So let me give you some examples of positive feedback. Positive feedback says you started homeostasis, and then you go away from homeostasis and further away and further away and further away and further away until some crisis is met. Then it will come back. But positive feedback goes away from homeostasis. Negative feedback comes back to homeostasis. Okay, examples will help. The first example is a fever. What is the purpose of a fever?
Fight infection.
To fight infection. And how does it do that? Do you know? You're absolutely right. We just need to go a step further.
When your body is fighting, it produces heat, and the excess heat appears in the form of a fever.
Yeah. And that excess heat, its whole purpose is to fry the germ. The idea is that that germ has homeostatic levels too. And if you can make the environment, your body, hot enough that it goes beyond what the organism, the germ, can handle, the germ dies. So you're in essence with a fever trying to cook the germs and kill them internally. All right. Now, the good part of a fever is you can kill germs with heat. The bad part is sometimes the host dies, you, before the fever or the germ organisms die. So fevers can kill you. They essentially cook your brain, right, in the skull. It gets too hot. And so that's happening right now to some Ebola patients in North Africa. Okay, they're basically just cooking themselves. Their body temperatures are so high. So that is positive feedback. What happens is you raise your temperature a little bit. Oh, those pesky germs aren't dead yet. So the message is conveyed that you need to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And if you can kill off the organisms before you die, your fever breaks and you come back to normal. If not, the host dies. Now, today we have other means of dealing with those germs. What we do is we take fever reducers. I'm sure you've had a fever reducer before. You take an aspirin or you take ibuprofen or something to make your fever break. And then we treat the germ with something else, antibiotics, sulfa drugs, whatever it might happen to be. But we know the danger of high fevers, so we don't let anybody go there if we can help it, which is one reason those Ebola patients that came back to the United States managed to survive when the ones without those kinds of secondary mechanisms to fight the Ebola virus, they don't have that available, and so it kills them. Okay, fever is positive feedback. So is childbirth. In the beginning of childbirth, your body senses that baby's head down where it's supposed to be to engage, and the mom's body produces oxytocin, which is a hormone, and that oxytocin starts contractions of the uterus. Okay, so you get some contractions, and the baby's not born yet, so you get more oxytocin and more contractions, more oxytocin, more contractions, more oxytocin, until that baby is born, and then things can come back to normal. But that step up bit is positive feedback. Are you beginning to get the idea? Okay, just one more example will solidify it, I think, and that's blood clotting. To get your blood to clot, you have to break open little platelets, and those platelets start, they release chemicals that start a chemical reaction chain that ends up with a blood clot. So first you break a few platelets, still bleeding. So more platelets are broken, still bleeding. So more platelets are broken. You know for yourself, it takes a while for that clot to form, right? It bleeds and bleeds. Well, it doesn't help any when you keep wiping away the clotting. All of us do that. It's bleeding. We don't want blood to get all over the place, so we keep wiping away the clot that's trying to form. Anyway, that's more platelets, more chemicals, more chemicals, more chemicals, and more until the clot forms. But that would be positive feedback. Give me a thumbs up if you understand the difference between positive and negative feedback. Okay, good enough. Lots of stuff in your body works that way. Okay, I wanted to talk about negative and positive feedback. The group members, setting up your contract, the tonicity and Swabby the sailor. You're going to, the potatoes are going to give you a clue about Swabby. and then making sure you get all of Unit 2 done in the next week. So I covered all those. Maitland, question?
Yeah. On the 2-9 assignment, are we just supposed to look up those different types of
Yes.
viruses? We're just supposed to look them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look them up and give an example.
Okay.
I just want you to have, in fact, it's kind of interesting that the word disease is really dis-ease. We're not at ease. There's something wrong, so disease. But there's all kinds of things that cause diseases, and that's what you're going to look at. You know, most of you understand the idea of germs, but there's lots of other things that cause dis-ease.
Okay.
So that's the point of that assignment. Okay, anything else?
Um, it was, I didn't get like a survey from the lesson one. We talked last week, and then I went to do it, and it was close.
Okay, say that again because you cut out about halfway through. I got that you tried to do something and we talked about it last week and you can't get back in, but what was it?
It was like the independent learner survey or something.
Independent learner survey?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Let me go back and check it right now. And if it needs to be opened up, I will open it up for you.
I have a question while she's waiting. My quiz came up. I don't remember what score I originally got on it. The pre-quiz, and then my grade up all of it came up as 0. And so
Whatever computer you're using, it's cutting out. Can you try the other computer and tell me again?
Put that one on mute. That's why we're getting the weird. Okay. All right. So the pre-quiz, I don't know if it was supposed to be graded or not, but it went in the grade book for all of us as a 0 out of 46.
Yes, Maggie. Let me explain what happens there. I want you to see your score. I want you to know what you got right and you got wrong, but I don't want it to count. It is no fair grading you guys on, either positive or negative. It shouldn't be calculated into the grade book. When we went to the new Moodle version, we're having trouble figuring out how to make that happen. So Tiffany Morgan is working on it. She's our Moodle guru, and we will fix it or I will take it out, one of the two. Okay, but the goal is for you to see and get a score that you can tell what you had right and wrong, but not calculate. It's not fair to grade you on stuff before you study it, right? Okay, so we'll either figure it out or I will take it out of there, one of the two. She's working on it. So she emailed me yesterday again. She goes, I haven't forgotten, I'm working on it. All right, so Megan, let me go back. I don't know why the sound works so much better on that computer than the other one, but it is working better.
I have to go hang up after Brown Flyers. So
okay. I've got everything covered. Did you say, Maggie, you needed to go?
Yeah, Maggie's out.
Okay, all right.
But okay, so it's all I can.
Well, I'm going to go fix that other thing right now, so you'll see it open here shortly, and that's all I had for today. So anybody else have anything else?
Anything else? I don't think so.
No, I don't. Okay, I'll leave the meeting, and I'll see you next week.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, we need to go over there. Hold on. Yeah.
Is it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Can you see it?
There's Jacob joining us today. Hi, Jacob.
on this. So if
Can
it's not here,
you hear Jacob? Jacob, you haven't met these guys before. This is Gabby.
because she's talking to you, but we're not
Uh-oh. You're not
talking together school yet.
Testing.
So what are we doing that it's not? Okay, we're plugged in there.
Testing.
Oh, we're not here. This not
Testing.
plugged in. It was going this morning. Oh, I bet it was on all day. I wonder if I have
Testing.
to shut everything down and come back up.
Testing. This must be homecoming week. Looking a little gory.
You want to run upstairs to Mike? See if he's in his room. And it's recording?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she used to see it.
Yeah. So she can still see. Can she see me?
Yeah, she can see you.
And I can hear you.
If you look, the camera's right there, not this one.
Okay, let me.